Welcome, one and all. We are back here for the final best of three number 4 for today. We've been through a magical journey of Counter-Strike, and hopefully you stuck with us, or maybe you're just joining us. But this is ECS Season 7 on DDK. This is the Bears, of course, and we're going to be getting into this one very, very shortly. And I got to say, we're going to be finishing with what a matchup in which I understand the least about, because these are two teams I just don't get to watch. INTZ is one of them. ATK is the other one. INTZ, we have seen them play before, and I think it was against one of the other Brazilian teams. I think it was Luminosity, maybe. And it was a mess. It was a messy game. Really messy Counter-Strike. So I'm hoping that was just, as it's my own experience with them, I don't want to judge them and how good they are at Counter-Strike on 1 or 2 maps. That's not fair. That's not cool.
Yeah, it's not fair.
It's not cool.
Let them play some more maps, see how they do. We've seen KNG do really well in the past. He's considered actually one of the best operators in Brazil, but he's on, INTZ, and so a lot of people have a little mixed feelings about that. So hopefully INTZ can kind of play above and beyond what people think they are. Because again, we don't want to judge a team. We don't want to base too much information on the past, because maybe they're trying to figure stuff out, and you're playing against some of the best teams in the world. These people can hit shots. They have strats. They know what they're doing. So you have to be on top of your game. You have to be clean. You have to just have to know inside and out your teammate, and then from there build on that.
Well, I think we've got the vetoes coming up, so we're going to check out and see where these teams will be facing each other. Right, so we've got Dust2 eliminated, Inferno eliminated.
Train expected.
Pace.
Both teams like Train.
And there you go. Cache. Bit of Cache. I'm not from the Oceanic region. I shouldn't say it like that.
Oh.
Some cash.
There you go. So, I'm surprised. Wait, Dust2 was banned twice here.
Well, I mean, you got to ban it twice.
You got to ban. They don't like Dust2. I think that I feel like I felt like these teams, or feel like these teams are more of opera teams. You got maybe like Train and.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Mirage down. Yeah.
Not a
lot of teams like Mirage. I don't know. Well. It's like one of those maps where half teams ban Cache, half teams ban Mirage, and then you kind of find something in between.
Well, Cache is it's going away, guys.
It's going away. No more.
No more need to ban it. So
what's the next ban? Are you going to
Vertigo?
Vertigo?
Everyone's going to ban Vertigo, guaranteed.
Yeah, for at least 6 months, and then people will start, getting really good on Nuke or something. So you have to ban Nuke.
That's the thing, actually. Like, if you're one of the higher level teams, you're introducing a new map into the map pool. If you have that one ban and you're one of these teams that has a super deep map pool everywhere, like everything's been going great, we've been a top 14 for ages. Why mess with that? You just ban that map, and of course, because you don't want to necessarily risk your tournament lives on that. Now, obviously, some tournaments will have a format whereby you've got way more maps that you're playing throughout the tournament, whether it's best of threes, whether it's big Swiss systems, round robins, whatever it might be. So I think, we might see it, in those formats more often. But in a format like this, for example, obviously we have Vertigo this week. It's coming in next for the next week of play, which will be in like a couple of weeks or something in May.
I can't wait. I just want to see new strats, new smokes.
Yeah.
Just different, a different experience.
Yeah.
You should embrace new maps. Don't be afraid, guys. Embrace the new maps. Play Biome and all those. Yeah. Maybe not, but practice some Vertigo.
We're going to see it floated, I think. It's going to get floated in a lot of vetoes. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Right, well, so we've had the maps. Again, because we know so little about these respective teams, we can't say too much, but maybe the fans can. Let's check out the Pinnacle odds. Pinnacle are our betting sponsor. They do, the live odds, and they're not ready yet. So I've just thrown them.
You remembered, and then they're not even ready, so I don't know what to say. It's like,
it's cool.
You can't win here. We need better teamwork here.
I know, right? We
communicate. We need team huddles. We have to kind of figure this out.
Over here. On which map? Which is
What's up?
I have to do our predictions first.
You want to do predictions? All right, let's do predictions.
Let's do it.
Ooh, oh my goodness. So, ATK, the formal denial team, haven't been doing too well, I don't think, lately. They kind of dropped off ever since they dropped off their sponsorship, and so I don't know if that's affected them personally in terms of like financial, travel, whatever. I'm going to go with ATK.
All right.
Just shot in the dark right here. Surprise me. Let's go. ATK.
I'll go. Oh, God.
You don't even know what you want to go.
I'll go INTZ. The devil you know versus the devil you don't. That's what I'm going for.
There you go.
Siggy, do you have any insight?
I'm going with ATK as well.
Oh god, I've probably made a mistake here.
All right, all
I think
right.
he's gone with ATK.
You think James Bardoff?
James Bardoff is going to be in my sinking ship. If it sinks, he's going to be in there with me. So
to take him down with you.
Oh god, they sold me.
You're alone now.
I'm alone. We'll see.
You might prove us all wrong.
We'll see who has the last laugh. Well, I don't know what to say. Been sold out again. I feel like, so I had to, I had the burden having to, suddenly host the show. James is not here. Normally we share this, we share this experience with 3 people, across 4 best of 3s to have a jolly old time. Anyway, ever since I started this hosting business,
you be a marathon
the production team have been trying to shut me down, they've been trolling me, and trying to make me look bad. Trying to make me look bad at my job. I think it's a conspiracy. I think James is pulling the strings. It's a great puppeteer
in the chat.
So that he gets to do it when he comes back.
Take Dan down to my level.
Yeah,
bring Dan down. I don't want him to go past me. But you know what?
Right, they're just afraid.
But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
It's true.
Dan. So you become out even sharper, even stronger. It's like a diamond in the rough, polished.
Oh, I just never want to do it again. So it's probably more likely, I think.
That's the other end of the spectrum right there.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, normally we actually get we get guests to host actually sometimes, just like throw them in there and just see how their hosting skills are. But Pinnacle odds are ready, it seems. So the user predictions. So INTZ.
INTZ. I guess they don't like the saying ENTZ.
Easy for ints.
Easy for. They don't like that. INTZ. Let's just call them INTZ. That's a mouthful. 4 syllables
INTZ.
For one name?
I know, right?
Get out of here.
You're telling me. Come on.
I can't say that all the time.
It's difficult.
It's way too difficult for me.
At least
say that word.
At least it's not a player name.
Yeah.
Like there is one Brazilian guy who has a difficult name that's like that. It's like ZQKS or whatever.
And he'll be Z in my book. You know what I'm saying? Z's going over here.
Yeah.
Queserato, that's a hard name to say for me.
Queserato, that's a great name. It's funny because whenever I was casting these matches, I just think of, hey, Sarah. For some reason, there's just something about and Henry was doing it as well when Henry was here. So it's definitely a thing there. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Furia. Actually, they're a team that have, speaking of Queserato, for those of you that have been following the Brazilian Counter-Strike, as we are talking about INTZ, who are more or less known, Furia have been, they're one of those teams to me that they're like going above their region in the sense that the way that they play the game can only be because they're modeling everything on teams that play top flight Counter-Strike, and they're studying the game. And that kind of removes you from any restrictions you might have to your region or the pool of teams that you're playing against, which is actually a huge issue that a lot of teams and players have. And you just judge yourself based off of your practice results, and that's how that becomes your metric for improvement, which is not a correct way to improve.
Yeah.
So, heard it here first, or hopefully you didn't. Hopefully you're all wise. By the way,
Yaster playing with them again. So
that's cool.
What happened with Cello? Does he have like a
nice? I'm happy with my prediction now. Yaster's a beast.
He is. And look at this, an inside rush. Oh, they're going to go rush lower instead of cutting the sight, but the bomb gets dropped down. JT taking one out before he gets taken out. And as soon as that, it's 3-on-3 situation. Zandex kind of pushed up. Oop. Gets spotted out. Doesn't get the kill as fate. He takes Zandex out, and Sonic taking out King Veto. Destiny, though, bringing it back. 2-on-1 situation. ATK keeping their composure will take the pistol round and the first round of the series.
So for future reference, I would posit that it's Zand and that the XD is a smiley.
Okay, Zand.
I would go so far as to say because XD is it's just a smiley, isn't it?
Yeah, usually. Yeah. But could be Zandex D, maybe his last name. I don't know.
It's to see it get thrown around on the IRC. On the IRC, yeah.
IRC. Wow. This is in 2005. I don't know anyone in IRC anymore.
I used it until 2010, actually.
Really?
I think 2010, 2011. There's this weird period of time where then it sort of just fell off, and you're like, oh, I don't have any way to communicate with anyone anymore. This is really weird. Where do I go? But we have the force buy coming in from INTZ, INTZ, whatever, CZs. No CZs for them, though. It's 4 Eagles and an AK-47. No nades either, so I don't know how they're going to find any position to get the kills. It would be perhaps overextension from ATK that would give them something such as this. Don't want to fight against a Deagle on this angle. Just no reason to do it.
Yeah, don't have to keep repeaking, but they do. They want to test your theory here, Dan.
They have a flash. They did it with flash, so I can accept that.
There you go. Okay, okay. Then Nade kind of forces Zan XD to kind of fall back a little bit, reposition himself. They're going to actually completely, INTZ going to completely Ivy, reposition themselves to inside now. They have, as you said, they have no utility. They have 1 AK and 4 Deagles. So I'm thinking something along the lines is either an upper pop or lower ramp hold, where you just all peek lower ramp and just hold it, try to kill the guys rotating. The idea is there, but the shots aren't hitting. Yaster getting the first kill, being taken out by Domster. And 2 kills each, actually. INTZ bringing it down to 2-on-3. Bomb gets down. And now we play the bomb game, where ATK have to slowly and methodically kind of clear every single spot.
Quick flick, not to land though for Yell as he ducks and dodges behind the train. The shimmy. Can he continue to elude, to evade his opponents as they start to charge his position? KNG in position to spray him down. It's the great baits. It's worked out.
Oh wow, nice spray. And there you go, INTZ come out with a round win with probably the least utility you've ever seen on a T-Train side. With only 1 AK, so making it work. Like, they just kind of brought it together. They poked out, they spread apart, converged, focused on a choke point, which was lower ramp together, and it paid off. And KNG straight with AWP on the 3rd round bye. That's a little aggressive.
Yeah, but it's Train.
It is Train, you're right.
And, you know, there is definitely a lot of work and work. I have to say I'm with you. I do like just getting the AKs out there and just seeing what you could, like, see if you can generate that fast momentum. Well, oh, sorry, I should say fast dynamic plays.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is give the CT side an AWP on the 3rd round.
We'll see if that's to be the prognosis or the some other word that fits that phrase better, because I know I'm really saying at this point.
I like that word.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes sense, but I like it.
Yeah, it's a word.
Reminds me of a Seinfeld episode. Prognosis negative. If you've seen it, you'd probably know.
Oh, I haven't really watched Seinfeld. I've been lambasted for not being someone that's a part of the Seinfeld
classic
club.
Show.
Yeah.
Smoke for the lane, flashes from inside. INTZ throwing a ruse. It's not a full commit as Fade with a fast flank killing Yaster. Probably didn't expect to flank that quick. And now INTZ in a weird spot. Oh, that's going to get me messed up all the time.
Sonic.
Just missing. But then he hits. 1 for 1.
So about that orb that could fall into the CT hands. It looks like it might be a possibility now, as time is of the essence. They've got to plant the bomb, 20 seconds to go. If ATK play this correctly, and they don't need to peek necessarily, they can try to play this time here.
No.
INTZ are absolutely screwed here. 9 seconds to plant the bomb and everything is lost. And your people will be collected. So your worst fears have been realized.
Ouch. I looked a little confused from INT. I'm going to call him... I can't say it, can I? INTZ.
You'll get there.
I'm going to get there, guys. I'll get there, I promise. But, yeah, their kind of strat was spread out, fake inside, try to bait rotates, but it was kind of half-baked in a way where you didn't have your flanks covered. Ye got picked off really fast off the flank and really put a really confusion and kind of a panic in INTZ where they had to kind of force outside really quick, and it's eventually get pinched out.
Man, it's the stuff of nightmares, isn't it?
Indeed.
Like,
now is that KNV's or KNG's up, or is it Sonic buy one? That's what I want to know.
no, it's the KNG top. They picked it up.
That's good.
They picked it up.
It's good for ATK.
Yeah, man. It's definitely going to cause some problems.
INTZ regrouping towards this inside. They only have 1 smoke to work with. Question is, where do you put the smoke? Yep, going straight down lower ramp. Keeping it simple. Domster, though. ATK, nice little Molotov preventing for the push. And Yell did not get... Oh. Yell getting picked off by Yacer. Good exchange. Oh, here comes. Oh, he's going back down. He's like, nope, not this time around. Oh my goodness, Fayday. What is going on here? 3 kills in ladder, almost taking 4th. Yay getting the last kill on Fayday,
Wow.
but not enough.
I have to say, Fadey's tracking aim there was really fantastic. He was spot on the entire time. That was really, really cool. A lot of players sort of freak out in that position, and he like from start to finish, he was perfect. Beautiful. Now it does give me confident that I will be completely crushed in my prediction, but that's fine.
It's only on the 5th round. It's
I'm
okay,
calling
man.
it.
It's
Calling
still
it
on
right
the
now.
5th round. It's never too late. There's plenty of CS to be played. Even though ATK, they have the advantage. You just never know in CSGO. And here comes a rush inside. Black Poison getting a lot of damage off Yell. Not able to convert a kill. Finally get pushed back. ATK playing 3 inside, so they're prepared for any shenanigans, any push, any rush inside. INTZ reading that pretty well, knowing that teams will probably over-rotate as soon as they see people see utility. Smart. Fall back. Rework the map. Try to bait more utility. You see plenty of utility still in INTK. Even if INTZ loses the round, waste as much money as possible. Whittle away, get some guns, try to get some kills. Bait those Molotovs that cost so much money to buy on the CT side.
Just playing it slow. Not too much else to do. Not too much for ATK to do. They don't have to move a muscle. Already have all the advantages.
Oh, he wanted to pick that, and he hits a nice elbow shot of Zan. Uh-oh. Here comes a push. Nice flash from ATK, and pretty much saves the Operant Ivy. Sonic was on a cusp of being destroyed there with Glocks.
Feels like they move faster than you. Did they add like a sprint button or something in the update? What's happening there?
Those are wide swings, man.
The bunnies were pretty cool too. Yeah, ATK looking pretty solid here, but this is a pretty definitive rounds. You know, will INTZ be able to stop the flow of rounds for ATK, or will the money grow? Because it's not stabilized just yet for ATK. If they take a lot of losses here, or if they lose the rounds, suddenly there's huge problems for them. So, a lot to play for here with INTZ and their gun rounds. Going for some initial control. And, well, Black Poison has he's got words for Yaster, and then none of them are nice.
Missed shot from Sonic, and Ivy does spot at least 2 people. Decides to smoke, take a quick peek before the smoke plumes on his side. Didn't spot any rushes, so not going to expect a fast run through. INTZ falling back. Yell trying to make some noise above ladder, trying to spot out if there's anyone pushing ladder. He might get caught off guard if he doesn't do another peek. JT's oh, he does do another peek. JT gets found out. What are they going to do? That was not the play. Definitely not the play, JT.
Justin Timberlake. It's gone too far.
Trying to bring Sexy back. Fails. Destiny will get the kill on top of Green Train Fady. This kind of work. Ivy. Sonic missing off on top of Red. INTZ trying to make some pressure, but Sonic will kill Zan through the wall. Oh my goodness. Shots are flying, and the round just like that. Black Poison with a 4-kill round.
He's just happily sitting there by Connect, just like, yep, you're dead, you're dead. Yep, I'll deal with that, no worries. You're missing all those shots, it's fine, it is fine.
It's okay.
I've got this.
I like it. I like when you guys miss shots.
Got
It makes
this.
me hit it. And the 4 AUGs come out. There's 5 scopes on the CT. That's not fair. Especially on a map like Train. Off angles, sliver peeking, hiding behind trains. Yaster flashing over there. Yaster is such a random pickup. I wonder how that came to fruition.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, JT just mowing people down Ivy with 4 kills. Yell. Somehow flank. What? How did he flank Ivy in that situation? That's definitely surprising.
Yeah, I missed that. He must have run out through connector, so any way he could have got there that fast. So that's a funny one. How
Definitely
he was
yell
undetected.
at your teammates for that one. What? I got flanked?
Yeah. What is going on, mate? You watch, mates.
Communications. All right, another buy from INTZ. Again, barely affording anything. Very low utility, 0 money. Uphill battle both ways, up in snow. Molotov top ramp, Black Poison sitting behind it. I think Destiny just got chunked by some HE. KNG taking out Domster. But Black Poison, he's in a really good spot to get the multi-kill if he just plays a little patient. Oh, nice check from Yell, but he still gets taken out. Now Black Poison has to play kind of a weird... Okay. That's very interesting from INTZ. No, they're just falling apart right now. INTZ is everywhere, but not looking at the spots the CGs are at.
Down the stairs you go. A certain doom awaits.
Ooh.
Oh, the trade didn't come out the way I expected, but it will be there in the end. 7-1, and Black Poison's looking really patient around, well, the various positions that he's been playing. He just looks really confident. I have to say, actually, generally speaking, ATK, the execution is really clean on all these kills. These players look like they play a lot of Counter-Strike. You know, they really look very clinical and mechanical with some of the firefights that we've seen.
Yeah.
JT, for example, towards the pop dog position, that really impressed me the way his tracking was. I think the thing that so far I want to see more of is Sonic's AWP. I think we saw quite a few whiffs, but otherwise everyone else looks pretty good so far, nice and warm.
ATK pretty much playing a similar defense almost every round. They have been putting consistently a person ladder every single round, and it pays off because INTZ's not punishing that ladder push. You have to punish the ladder push or they're going to tear you up every time you hit outside from Ivy or out T middle.
That's very true. That's actually a step that's often missed. Another step that's missed is the flank. It seems Fady looking the wrong way, and Zan trying to get some more damage done, but Sonic will deliver with the AWP this round. Nice couple kills coming out from him. Yell left with a task just to get some damage in. Maybe I mean, you don't really want to save when you got this much of a loss bonus. Doesn't make sense. So
yeah, no point in saving. Try to get kills. Hopefully get the bomb down.
Indeed.
What? You might be able to get make something happen here. Nope. Black Poison on top of Red Train, literally. On top of the ball. So a lot of lost money bonus for INTZ. They could win a couple, lose a couple, still be in good shape in terms of money. But then again, you're on your T side on train. You only have one. You want to start winning rounds at this point. Get some momentum, get some comments in your team. You know, because it's very difficult to win any side being down 2-13 in that kind of situation. Nice rush from INTZ. Get 2 kills off the start. KNV and Destiny.
Catch from Sonic though, and Black Poison doing his damage. Fragan falls back. Fragan repositioned. That's the key. He's going to wrap his way around towards... Oh no, this is so solid. Black Poison once again getting it done. He did so much work there, slowed them down. Now down to Domster here by pop dog position. That looked like it was on. Destiny does win out the headshot though. That was a big 1v1 to win, and still lots of damage done. Look how grim it looks. You know, you see 2 players die instantly, and even still, ATK still had like a good go of that round, and so that does give me confidence in their performance. But it's Counter-Strike, and so many times I've seen a really solid first half from a team, and in the second half you find out that their T side, for example, has all these leaks and holes. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what ATK have there, because I am seeing some good stuff so far for sure.
Definitely. INTZ though, really not exploiting anything from ATK. ATK's playing style defense, but they're not being really challenged that much in terms of, I guess, in every round. It seems almost like a little bit of a blowout. Black Poison and Fade, you know, and JT, all over 10 kills. Just making it very difficult for INTZ to have any impact in this game. Now you see KNG over there with only 4 kills. Yeah, you want to see him with a little more, being one of the more skilled fraggers on the team. Impact Alper. He definitely needs to start hitting some more shots if they want INTZ to really start winning some rounds.
So looking for those picks. Kanji will chill by Ivy, and they have Pop and T-Con as well. So there's a couple options here. You try to force back the Ivy players, and then you cycle people back towards T-Con, and that's how you do it. Or you actually commit to 3 coming out. But the player, if players go down around Pop Dog and the team main push dies as well, which can often happen, it gets really grim for you on the T side. And oh, that is really sick. What a shot.
That was a great shot by Sonic.
Look at the info he got as well. He saw the bomb and everything.
Yeah. He knows at least 1 or 2 more are at the Ivy area. And this would be very detrimental for INTZ, where they do have 50 seconds left, so it's not ideal to fall back. But now they're in a situation where they have to be forced, kind of force out Ivy. And this forces Yaster to push down ladder, but he gets taken out because of that. Ideally, you want Yaster to kind of more be of a backstab player in those kind of situations if you're playing by yourself.
It's a pretty big miss from Sonic, and the barrel spotter pick is a massive in back into the round now. 3v3 as things get a bit complicated, but JT on the flank, he bided his time, and it may pay off enormously because time is of the essence here for INTZ. They're running out of it as it's now down to Zan, and he'll get eliminated. It looked promising just for a flicker of a moment, but it was a flash in the pan, and 9-2 is the scoreline as ATK take control of the match once again, and not a great spot to buy in for INTZ. They don't have any utility.
Ooh.
That's a great shot, really.
That's a mouse slam from KNG. That'd be mouse slam for me. You post it up on that angle, and your op shot doesn't hit, and then you get quick switch or quick scope like that. I'm throwing my hands up in the air, slamming the table, grunting. Ugh.
Change of pace from INTZ. They're just going straight through to the upper. Kanji with a nice kill, forward kill there towards the A yard, and that's going to be pretty problematic. Oh, how much does he get? Domster does a big damage. Black Poison picks up some damage too. Takes down Yaster, leaving 3 players for INTZ, all critically wounded to try to hold this plant. But it is doable, especially with some of these forward smokes. But Kanji, they know he's on the flank. That spray almost found its mark. Sonic knows that he's there. Can he keep him at bay as they actually decide to say, screw it, just push in together towards this B bomb side? Destiny. Big work to do, doesn't know which way to look though. And now it's down to Kianji again.
Bomb being defused by JT, gets off the bomb, but KNG does get the kill. And now this turns it all the way around. INTZ can steal this round away.
Oh no, it's too late. He came off the bomb, he had no idea. I think he heard the throw of the flash, not even the flash, because I think he came off it. Because if he comes off it when he's flashed, obviously there's no point in doing that because you're flashed. Screw it, just keep holding it. But he must have felt like the guy was super close and just right-clicked it or something.
Yeah, I mean, those situations, just you hope for the best, and maybe should have held it.
Yeah.
You're right. People always tend to have a feel if you're, like, you know, people and players are pretty good at figuring out if you're holding or not. I don't know why. It's like just a instinct thing, you know? But you never know.
Yeah, everyone's in Quake with item timing. Sometimes you just know. Like, it doesn't make sense. When you're doing it, you're like, "It just doesn't make sense." But my brain just has a clock.
Get that feel.
Does he try to push up Ivy by himself here? Well, he actually has assistance, but he's a bit far forward. His teammates abandon him. Looking to throw a deep flash, perhaps. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, we're going to get another smoke from Zand. So they're keeping the pressure up, and one thing you can do is you can then fall back with everybody.
Just get dinged for like 20 damage? Okay.
Same P9 for you.
Fady. Getting the kill on Team Metal, though. KNG trying to wide swing. Yeah, he's going to try to make down ladder, and that does not work the second time around. You got ousted before, and ATK kind of wins on a weird force buy.
That he does.
And now if you're INTZ, you're on a full money loss bonus. Do you half buy? Do you full buy twice? I think I'm going to opt to full buy twice pretty much. Except for Yell.
All right. This is it. This is the moment. INTZ, they don't have the best buy in the world, but they can still salvage this off. They can pick up the last 2 rounds. Looking for the totem pole drop. Oh, yes. Okay.
Missed it.
That missed. That would
You got to
been
shoot out
pretty
the glass
awesome.
first, I think. I don't know if they did or not.
Yeah, I guess you have to kind of gamble that it's just been shot out. Or you get a teammate to do it from afar.
Actually, I don't know. I don't even know if you could throw it from that angle, to be honest. I don't know. Something to go over and serve and figure out.
Yeah. Very nice. Doesn't fall for that one. And that's 3 players just gone. JT taunting them by throwing an incendiary clearly into smoke. Clearly it would not do anything, but it must surely be a taunt. They're so far ahead. Look at what I can dispose of.
I don't need a Molotov. And he doesn't as he takes a headshot off of Zan. KNG, though, will exchange the kill. 1-on-3 situation. KNG only has 28 HP. And he does not have the bomb. Bomb's in team middle?
Just far away.
Oh, no. Doesn't matter. Fade will clean it up. 3 kills of the round for Fade. ATK looking pretty good on their CT side. Not giving up really sloppy picks. Making it very difficult for INTZ. You said good aim placement for some of these team members, especially at ladder. And now we come to the last round of the half.
Who comes to this? Well, it doesn't, but we're going to say that because it sounds cool. Sounds real cool.
Cool indeed. Little mix up here as INTZ will take the Brown House fast, and they're already down lower, but Domster will get the kill. He gets the 2nd kill of the round, and now 3rd kill for ATK, bringing it to a 4-on-2. KNG. Elbow peeks. Fade, not expecting that. Gets caught out. Gets killed out. Now KNG is going to change up the pace and just straight down ladder. But JT's lurking. Justin's having a good time out there. And now it's up to Zand.
Well, that's not happening. 12-3. That is a stunning first half. Look at JT go. 22 for 7, 18 for 8, 12 for 7. Really good performances all around, I have to say, from ATK. We'll have to see if they can continue in such kind to close this one down quickly against their mostly Brazilian opponents. See you after the break. Well, well, well. Would you
Hello.
look at that? 12-3, favor of ATK, as they look pretty damn strong. But will it be a story of two halves, or will it be about the first half in which ATK secured it? Well, we're about to find out. As INTZ go aggressive here towards Pop Dog, and they're going to find themselves only the one. CZ has the longest reload ever! That's not cool, man. That's not cool.
Way too long on the reload, but look at this. ATK running away with this. Oh my, was that
With
through
the
the smoke? Okay.
Savage.
Okay, sorry.
That's so savage. That's just not cool, is it? It's just nothing here is cool. It's uncool. ATK are just running over INTZ. They're not really giving them an option, a chance.
Not at all. Looks like INTZ is a little cold starting off. Not hitting their shots. Well, the opposite for ATK. Coming out hot, coming out strong.
Yeah, they really are.
And again, look at it. They're going through a similar fast pace. This time going towards the brown halls. JT's going to make a lot of noise here, but the smoke kind of unfavorable for him to push. See if he waits it out or decides to flash jump through it. Looks like they're going to slow down and maybe wait it out. No reason to push through smokes or give away that you have 3 or 4 inside. So slow it down, start walking around, see what happens.
See what happens. Anti-ecos, anti-force spies, in fact, are so critical to have in your wheelhouse as a Counter-Strike team on all the maps you play. Also have to have protocols when you know against the stuff that's in the meta. And here we go. Here's a nice play. Go for the information. Now his team knows. All right, it's probably pretty safe to push out towards A. However, the scout for Yell, we've seen it do ridiculous stuff in the past. Let's see what else he's got in store. As more connections are had here. Another frag going away. The smoke picked up. The AK picked up. Yell tries to escape.
Oh my goodness.
But he finds it. Black Poison is going to be taken out here. Now down to Domsday. He didn't have the best in the first half. Sonic as well. 1 versus 4 is getting tagged up from all over the place. Can he find a way to survive this? He's down to 27 HP. They are hunting him down. And from behind the smoke, they succeed. And how many times have we seen a force spy work today? Wow.
I felt like at least 5 or 6 so far. And interesting smoke by ATK. Was it down? Was it JT down lower, I believe? He threw that one-way smoke down lower. So interesting for him to throw a one-way smoke because technically if you're Z, you can see a little bit over the one-way smoke. It's not great, but you can still kind of see them move a little bit. And I think that kind of hurt him. So I think the Z guy was spamming. And it's just weird, like, you know, why throw a one-way when you can just throw a proper lower smoke? Oh, you got the... Now he has to hit a 1-dig, right? If you get the animation, you hit a 1-dig. That's just how it goes. Let's see if fate
Winding it up.
will repeat itself.
So not too much to really achieve here except for some damage. It would be unlikely that INTZ would give them an opening. They have a pretty good setup at the moment. It's box standard stuff. They voided the front of the bomb site, the teammate and Pop Dog positions.
Again.
It's pretty damn cool. I actually have been getting this more often recently. I don't know if they changed something.
He has to get a 1-dig now.
So this is like a double-edged sword in a way. Like you're safer, you can play more together, less risk, but you also can give position away to the Ts. However, ATK are not really abusing that fact. There is like this whole portion of the map that they can actually move into that they don't really understand, and they're sort of forcing their way into where all the CTs are concentrated around Ivy, which kind of is unfortunate that it was worked out like that for them.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, sometimes you're in a position where you have to just guess what the CT setup is, and you can't just assume that the CTs are everywhere, because that's sometimes how you feel. Is that everything is unsafe, they're everywhere.
You start hesitating and start, you know, taking stuff a little slower than usual, and it adds up in the long run. So,
Double collateral damage, all this damage from the scout. Yell has a great scout. Like we've seen some, as I mentioned before, some great stuff from him with that. Another kill, one more. Nope, not
Yeah.
gonna happen.
There are times when Yellow's on old Luminosity, he was their opper. He was their main opper. He had good games, but ever since he kind of joined up with KNG, a lot of people think, okay, they have, you know, 2 main oppers on their team. He's kind of taking a back seat on the op role. And
Been like that for 2 years or something, hasn't it? 2-3 years. It feels
has
like
it been
now.
that long?
At least 2 years, because
My goodness.
he was. I think he was playing with Henny as well at some point, wasn't he? He's
There's
just,
a lot of roster shuffles in a Brazilian scene where like Luminosity and Immortals and
yeah.
other people just mixing it up here, trying to find a combination that works. And look at that spray, Zan. Whoa! Fast ace.
Easy.
Faced.
Erased.
Mm.
Okay. 6-13. Xena starts to get closer. Little nade, soften him up. Control bullets, control the spray, the recoil. Life
0
is
points of
good.
damage. That's, hate to see it. But that's a little confidence booster from Zan, getting 5 kills, even though it is an anti-eco.
This is the round that counts. Not too much utility here for ATK to work with.
Baster being a little aggressive towards the ivy, pushes the smoke. Now ATK have to spam it. They have to either give it up or retake it. And that's going to give Ye information if they throw nades through it. He could fall back in time. Hopefully. Here it comes. And somehow that flash bounced off his teammate and didn't reach the mark for Yaster. That hurts.
Kianji on top of the train. Good timing. Going to win out that battle and the next one too.
Ooh.
AK coming through for him, and I don't know that there's all that much. I mean, when you get to 3 versus 5 even on train, and you're on the T side, you haven't got any position. It's basically almost just over in those spots because the CTs just have there's just too much that they can cover, and they can do it in a way where they don't even have to commit to an engagement, and you just can't. It's like impossible to kill them. It's a nice frag.
Yeah, there's just too many angles sometimes, especially with going the outside bomb site. You gotta check hell, E-box, tower, bomb train, backside. There's just so many options that the CTs can go to. So, I mean, if you have your CT down really well, this map can be extremely tough to break the defense.
Dom says, oh, he's going for it. He's doing a lot of damage here. Kianji on the 14 HP, but here surely should be the final kill. That's the flanks. Oh, he's heard the.
Oh,
he
close.
actually got the cue, sound cue, so that was indeed close. This is really where everything went horribly wrong. I really think like 3v5 is this map is like the hardest map to recover from. A 3v5 on the T side.
Yeah.
It's so difficult, and that's, you know, if you don't have a bomb down, of course. I think it's very difficult.
Yeah, it's because, you know, again, a lot of corners, and rotations are so long for Ts. Like, if you're seeing Ivy, in order to go back inside, you're spending 15, 20 seconds of pure running to even, you know, get there in that time, and that can give away your position, and, you know, CTs can call it out if they're playing close team middle.
It's very true. It's very true. Like, the position of attack is so separated that you actually just need so many players to effectively pressure those positions to actually create openings.
Yeah.
If you don't have it, it's just impossible to create openings. But you can always run and shoot people in the face. And that'll do the trick. Oh, the dink there on the Kianji. That's not a nice one to receive. Going for a side plant. That's cool here from Domster. Is there a world? They picked up an AK on Sonic. Is there a world where they do this? These smokes will go away soon. There it is. Now the CTs can start to make their way forward.
Is this a good bait for Sonic? I don't know. Nope, not at all. INTZ easily clean up Sonic and the crew inside the bomb site. Now Domster don't have much choice, but he's going to try his best. Or he won't try at all. INTZ cleans up that round. So again, as you mentioned before last half, people can have a great half and the next half not, you know, missing something completely. And T-sided maps usually take more coordination, stricter timing, you know, just being able to exchange kills, and ATK hasn't showed any of that really. No exchanging, timing's not really there, and probably foremost, and the biggest thing is that they're getting outshot completely by INTZ.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big problem. I saw we were talking about how this just happens on maps like Train. One team looks really dominant, and it can be the story that neither team can have a good T side. Smokes all over the place, fast paced, so they want to get out onto the open areas of the bomb site, and good peek from Destiny, he knows what's up.
How much utility did this throw towards ladder right there? That's a, what, 2 or 3 Molotovs? Still alive, and he's still in ladder room. You can't push Destiny off.
Medic. He's down to 29 HP, how is he alive? They need to commit triple totem, let's go.
Triple totem. I don't think so,
And, yeah, I know that's not a thing, there's not even space to get 3 players. Unless you start on the ladder, but that's not probably wise. Flashes, smokes, nades, mollies, everything, just dump it all. Last ditch attempt into this B-bomb site, and you can see they can't cover Fazan and Kianji. Looking too strong here. And Sonic's left alive, last man standing, AWP in hand, backing away. But there is nowhere safe. Gotta fight your way out, and that's what he's gonna do. He doesn't have the bomb though, that's the problem. So, see run back to T-spawn, back to where you came, or from whence you came. Get back.
I like that spot Zan was in on top of top ramp. He smoked out the top ramp entrance. It was kind of an off angle. So you know that spot by the oil where you can peek a lower ramp, and it's like a really common lower inside take where he's let's just like right here. He's right kind of above it and an off angle. So when people peek lower ramp, they don't see them in that common spot by oil. And then, but they kind of swing a little bit wider to check right side of oil, and he's like at a weird top ramp off angle, and it's just a nice little. Oh wow, he's just standing right there, and it works. Off angles can be really strong, especially if you're dominating a team, you know, through the just basic play.
40 rounds won so far in this entire match. Or well, this map of Train, I should say. 40 rounds. Will this be the
They said
fifth?
40. It's like, what? 4 terrorist rounds. There we go. Okay.
Covering for anyone fast into Olaf. There's the incendiary to prevent that as well. Do ATK have anything new to show us?
Oh, here comes the nades. Molotov's middle. Molotov not really hitting the mark. I think it was supposed to go in the corner. Destiny on again. Here comes Hellfire and Destiny. You can't take. Oh, finally they take ladder from Destiny, but at what cost? Giving away at least 2 or 3 people's positions. A lot of utility. Pretty much 3 Molotovs.
Yeah, that's solid work though, because as you mentioned before, you really need to do that. You need to take Pop Dog away. And it doesn't really matter what... Well, there are some rounds where maybe you can leave someone there, but I think generally you don't want to, because if you're doing any kind of a play... Unless I think the only round in which you don't mind it so much is if you're doing a split from Connector and Ivy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, T-Con and Ivy, I should say. Otherwise, you pretty much want to do it every time. Especially if you're going B, and if you're doing splits to A, you need that position. So, it's getting tense now, 30 seconds to go, and ATK are playing it a little bit close. But yeah, as he continues to perform, they can really scary now, I think, for ATK, because their timing, they're just being a little bit too slow here. 20 seconds to go. AT in the open areas of A, but it's too much now. Surely there's too much. They can just hide. There's nothing he can do.
Oh my goodness, he almost had 2 kills right there.
Yeah, and that's
set up from INTZ. And you know, you're talking about, yeah, we have to take ladder room and stuff, and it is a very powerful spot, especially if you're trying to take outside, and you have to always constantly watch the ladder flank. Some teams, for example, Mouse Sports, they would just like straight up, if they take outside, they'd smoke ladder room or Molotov it off and just kind of run through the 5 and 6 lanes and stuff like that. So it's good to see what other teams can bring to the mix and like, okay, you push ladder every round, we can let you take ladder, we'll just take out your teammates in the meantime and smoke you off.
Oh, that was pretty chaotic. It works out for Destiny though. And there's a trade, so Black Poison's in there. Double scout. Oh, Black Poison switches out for the scout. He's playing Scout Deagle. Maybe a knife will come out too. Now he's the only one left. He's got to get the ace. Oh. That looked on. That looked on as well. He is unlucky for those not to connect. The Deagle is a harsh mistress.
0. He didn't even hit a bullet. What the heck? That's interesting. Yep, Deagle sometimes the curse. You could have the most amazing rounds of CSGO with the Deagle, or you look like a silver. Frustrating. That's why I like the P250. Consistent, accurate. I can move and shoot. I just feel better. It's cheap.
Scoot and shoot. Yeastar going for that deep peek. That off angle is going to work out and continuing to cause problems here with these proactive plays. INTZ already hamstringing ATK again and again. I feel like ATK, I would like to see a change of pace from them.
Maybe like an outside rush or something, or I don't know.
Like that, something more aggressive towards B. Get the pick towards Pop Dog, fall back, go for a fake, run some set pieces, fake some set pieces, try to play against rotation, threaten B heavily. You've got Pop Dog clear, go for a rotation with a lurk on Ivy, lots of things like this. But we're not quite getting to those sort of points. It feels like ATK are really struggling to deal with the utility usage and general positioning of INTZ. And it doesn't feel like they're taking much initiative in some of these rounds. And it's a strong position. You can see that Yeastar, actually that was fairly even, I think, on the advantage. But yeah, he's been good on these forward spots. Holding it down by E-Box. An opening has been created though, but still a man disadvantage for ATK. Time again is a problem. This is too much to deal with. Perhaps the thing comes in and Dom's will be finished off. INTZ, 12 rounds. How many in a row is that now? It's going to be a lot.
A lot. And
all of them, basically.
You made a pretty good point on we should see a different change of pace. Instead of working Ivy and ladder on your default every single round, you're getting stuffed Ivy and ladder consistently over and over and over again. Maybe work inside first, or maybe try to pick T-Con, or I don't know, do something different so you're not just doing the default that, I mean, it's not working, so.
It's not working.
Just change it up, do something different.
So you need a smoke, you definitely, I mean, it's nice to have a smoke if you're that player.
Yeah.
Smoke that off, have a flashbang, throw the flash up, go towards the ladder, in between, next to sandwich between the blue and green train.
You want to actually know what's better than a smoke?
It's the headshots.
Run through it. Because if you toss a smoke, so Mouse Sports would do this, all right? I like to say Mouse because I like watching them, and I think they're really good. Kerrigan's doing an awesome job with them. They would just run through the Molotov, because if you throw the smoke, it gives it away that you're there and you're running through it. And so what Mouse Sports is, a lot of times on their upper rush, or outside rush, that they will toss, teams will toss that Molotov at sandwich. But Mouse Sports are pretty good just having that spawn run through it. Yeah, they might take 40 points of damage, but you catch so many people off guard because there's no smoke there. There's flashes and utility coming from your teammates over the wall, so it's pretty chaotic, and it can work.
You say they Molotov hell at the same time?
Yes. Well, I mean, whoever has the first spawn will Molotov end of 6. But if the other team counter Molotovs the sandwich, they just run right through. They just ignore smokes, just run right through.
I like it.
And
I like that a lot. Yeah, so I won't be caught though. Fady will go down, and yeah, so I might get another one. Looks too easy for him here. This is such a struggle, isn't it? It's like a different team, Same thing for INTZ,
Exactly. They're looking a lot stronger, a lot more confident. Once they get the ops in their hands, the scopes, really just kind of sitting back instead of trying to make moves, trying to make plays. They seem way, I guess, more of their style, just sitting back, letting it happen. And this map at T-side, it's a lot harder to sit back and let it happen. So you got to make moves, you got to flash for each other, timings, and looks like both teams are struggling on that offensive timing. They can't find a rhythm. They're not hitting their shots. They're getting out by the CT side. Pretty similar for both sides, except INTZ, they're doing just a little bit better on their CT side, and they're up 14-13.
So few 40 rounds. In 27 rounds, 4 of them won by terrorist side. My
Strong
goodness.
ups. And you see Yell, he's going back to his roots. Man, Yell, when he was on fire, he can hit some really nice shots. He can be a really good opper. He just has to find that. Oh my goodness, he has an AWP. 1 nade. Ugh, 79 points of damage.
The only guy
Out
with
the
no
window.
Kevlar on the entire
The
map.
only guy with no Kevlar gets naded at his feet. Brilliant.
Well, JT will be testing the waters towards the upper positions as well, trying to get a look in. An eye on that B bomb site, but look at these positions. They're pretty damn good. 3 players. It feels so telegraphed here because of this push.
Look at Yaster.
Yeah.
He's already flanking.
And that's how they know that this is a B push. It's like... It's like...
It's not even close.
It's like you just put, an amateur 17-year-old boxer in with Mike Tyson or something. It's like they're just waiting there. It's like they already know what you're doing, and you're going to die. Like, you're going to lose this round. It's like, obviously they don't know that because they don't know that Ye pushed Ivy, but the fact that INTZ feels so free to do that, and they get all that information, and they can just sit 3 players with the most perfect setup ever. They know it's coming. It's scary. It's like you watching that round play out, and you're like, oh no, this is no way ATK can do anything here. INTZ have come back in a big way, and look at the tactical timeout from ATK. They have options here. They do have smokes and flashes. We haven't seen much fast-paced stuff outside. It may be the case that they should think about just giving up some of these slower rounds and trying to go for some faster hits. We'll have to see if that's going to be the case, because they have not found a single T round except the pistol. That is devastating.
Yeah, that's going to be really stressful for the coach. There you go. Again, kind of doing the same thing. Literally defaulting in terms of trying to work a pick. Maybe they figured something out. Maybe it's going to see if it works again.
Well, taking some initial damage. That's not the end of the world, though. As long as they can somehow convert and get some position on this one. And have to see if they can get that opening. And INTZ being very good at denying it. It would be very typical if they were to win these last 2 rounds. It would be very interesting to see. I'd like to see how they would do it. So some pressure towards Ivy. This could work out. The other players will burst out. If they can find a good timing, Yace is going to go down. But no, he turns around, and it is really good. Sonic will take him out. He's the last man standing. He's got a Galil. There's so little. I think the smoke got hit there. I saw sparks flying as the smoke was dispatched. And Sonic will upgrade to the Org and try to creep through onto the ladder. I don't know if he's going to be able to find a way out of this, though. He's been spotted. He's been shot in the face. 16-13 ATK without a single T round except the pistol on their second half. It looks so promising for them. We saw beautiful displays of team play, of aim, of setups, and understanding of Inferno in the first half. But when they hit that T side, it all crumbled.
Oh my goodness, that has to be so detrimental to ATK. You go 12-3 on your CT side and you lose 13-1. Youch. And so, like, I don't know, again, as you said, as we talked about on their T side, literally, it felt like every single gun round they tried to do in similar default. Working ladder, working Ivy, just working something slow, and it just never worked. I don't know, maybe they gotta kind of go back to the drawing board and try to find, try finding some more game plans from other teams, you know, like watching the Straws, watching Mousesports, see what they do, and somehow integrate that in your own game plan, your own game style.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot to be desired. A lot left wanting in this T side of ATK, but that's what we, you know, we kind of set it up that way, and we said, hey, this happens sometimes. Like, it looks so good now, but oftentimes we see it be very one-sided. JT at the top there for ATK, but I was going to mention, yeah, you know, he into that second half, he was very consistent anchoring around Ivy, which is where a lot of the pressure was for ATK, so good performances there. I feel, though, like, you know, individual performances aside, I think this is mostly about strategy and team coordination. That was really the problem, and that's what training's about. It's about having some pretty complex coordination. It's difficult to manage it, and we didn't really see it there from ATK, but they did get close. They had a good CT side. But any final thoughts before we throw to a break?
Just maybe talk about timings, really. If your strats aren't working, if you don't know what to do, just try doing pincer attacks, like a map like Train. Work two spots on the map at the same time, see if you get over rotation, maybe someone turning here, and then you kind of backstab them. I mean, there's a lot more than just that in their game plan, but something to try out, something to try differently. Hopefully their T side this next map will be a little better.
Yes, I think we're going to cash, if my memory serves me correctly. We'll see you after the break for that.